You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social
he
media
did
talking
it.
about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before.
Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stopped. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shop?
My outfit look like you know look like this. Watch change color when I lift my wrist. Listen, Motel 6 keep on them lights. Take a on a day, her that night. She got a boyfriend like bye, nigga. I'm like, cool, I'm trying to be the same.
Your ritual, that's the rite of passage to get to the next level. They raped this, they raped this, videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they give him a shitty contract. They play the video of him getting fucked by like 3.
A single remark from 50 Cent has set off a fresh shockwave across hip-hop, pulling Diddy and Chris Brown into the same unfolding storm. What started as quiet online chatter erupted into something far bigger the moment 50 broke his silence. Old allegations, long whispered but rarely confronted, were suddenly reframed, not as rumors, but as a deeper conversation about power, influence, and accountability. True to form, 50 Cent doesn't deal in guesswork. He applies pressure. His words force an industry built on silence to face the questions it has avoided for years. As leaked recordings, cryptic social posts, and resurfaced interviews begin to overlap, the narrative shifts from celebrity gossip to something far more unsettling. When silence shields those in control, who truly gains when someone finally decides to speak?
So we do the performance, like, we nervous, but we just do the shit. Boom, all right. He said, yeah, I like this crew. I don't like this light-skinned nigga up there. This little nigga up there. Fuck down. I said, that's just melted in that goddamn office at 12. I said, look, I mean, fucked up.
And you 12 years old.
Yeah. But
so, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Was dark skin? I mean, I got it.
Long before the scandals and long before the charts, Chris Brown's early momentum nearly funneled him straight into Diddy's Bad Boy records, until it abruptly stalled. Brown has often spoken about his deep admiration for Michael Jackson, not just as an inspiration, but as an untouchable benchmark of greatness. Being turned away by someone as powerful as Diddy at that stage could have ended the dream before it ever formed. Instead, it rerouted it. Chris Brown responded by sharpening every aspect of his craft, his voice, his visuals, his work ethic, pushing forward with relentless focus. Over time, he built a career defined not by a cosign, but by self-made momentum. The irony is striking. He publicly referenced Diddy on the same day he released Breezy, a subtle marker of how far he traveled without industry validation. So was that rejection a setback, or the moment independence truly began?
Meaning like jail?
Jail would be crazy, but I think like career-wise.
Canceled, officially, done?
Yeah, I think it's over.
I think there's a difference between being canceled and
being a criminal.
Yeah, it's a big difference, right? Because I don't know if R. Kelly got canceled.
Yeah, they keep canceling me for raping.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. And I'm tired of
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm tired of people going.
I don't think it's canceling.
People keep going like, there's smoke and there's fire. No, the house is burnt down, bro. Yeah. Diddy is that guy.
Yeah,
like everybody from Cassidy to the stories to the guy that just did the, he went to court and he's suing him and Lil Rod. And it's like, bro, there's a lot of information out there that's not good from his security guy that was Michael Jackson's security, that was the first guy in the scene when Mike died, to allegedly they're saying Diddy shot some dude and left and they just basically clean it up for him. It's like, bro, there's a lot of nefarious. How much stuff is going to come out with Diddy and Meek Mills? And bro, it's so crazy too. You guys know this. The moment somebody's like, man, he's done some, from that moment on, every time you see a video and they just turn, you're like, oh, he's gay, dude. What are the actual facts of the story? Like, you've done some content on this. What do you actually know?
I don't know that much. I just know that there's like a lot of accusations. There's some, I guess, Me Too-esque stuff. Obviously, there's stuff with Cassie, maybe other people coming out. And but that being said, I think he just won a lawsuit with his like liquor company. So that he was at a, I don't know if that's even public, but rumors on the street he just won
he settles racism lawsuit against.
Yeah, it might be even for like a couple billion or something like that.
Oh, shit.
So he basically just got to stay out of jail. And then he can go off into the sunset.
Well, he settled with Cassie in like a minute, and that was his girl for like a decade or so.
I don't know if he settled with her in a minute. Like, in order for that information to hit the blogs, they're probably going back and forth for a while, and then he's not paying.
And she's like, I'm talking.
Well, I'm going to talk. And then they're like, no, you're not.
Okay.
And then she did, and now
30 million.
Yeah.
Just to be like, shh.
Within 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
She went public.
Wow.
Not even 24 hours. And then she came back and she said, we were able to settle things out. Or I don't know what the words was she used. But, you know, I'm all these other things that's going on with the guys and Meek. Who called them out, by the way? Forget about Tate. But which rapper was it that went after... is it 50 that he has a problem? Who is the person that always goes after?
Well, 50 is always going after. 50 is the man. But 50 is, and if you're on 50's bad side, bro, God bless you, man. May God protect you because he is not letting that foot off your neck ever.
Yeah, with Floyd, Ja Rule, Floyd Mayweather, he does not play games, bro.
Also, one of the most charismatic dudes I've ever met.
No shit. So 50's developing a documentary on Diddy allegations, vows to donate proceeds.
Wow.
Sexual assault. Can you hold it? When is this?
Dude, this guy's a troll.
This guy, no, he is unstoppable, man.
Yo. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. I remember when he was doing the stuff with Mayweather. It's like, here, put the alphabet. I wanted to read a book.
One page from a Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll donate 100, 500,000.
And
these are both New Yorkers.
Were best friends, though. They were best friends, too. Like,
what was
really
the falling out?
Like, that's his business, man. I'll let him explain that to you. But like, they were really close. So that's, I think,
is it a public story or no?
I don't know exactly. I don't know. I know he talked to me about something, but I'll let him share his business.
Okay. Yeah. To me, there's a part about 50 that gives me a man's man vibe.
Bro, he is.
You know, that's the vibe I get from him. And even the way he edifies Eminem. You just got to love the way he edifies Eminem. You know,
just a lot of respect. A loyal dude who really understands people from a young age. From a very young age, understood social dynamics. Like he told me, he was like, yeah, when I was like 12 or 13, I was raised by like old heads and I was just observing them. You don't get to talk a lot when you're with the old dudes. You're just kind of watching the power dynamics, watch how things work. Man, he told me some crazy needed to maintain the loyalty, the hierarchy, and the power position. And I'm like, you're like 17 at this fucking time. How the fuck do you understand it? So it's no surprise to me when I see him thriving in these different industries, but also like not at all sacrificing who he is. Like he's still a wild dude on the internet and in Hollywood producing films. Like he can really kind of say whatever he wants. It's quite impressive. I told him the first time I saw him, I was like, bro, what do you have on all these dudes in Hollywood?
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, he's that guy.
But listen, to me, it stops with Diddy at the Tupac story. That's where it stops for me because you know, you go down the rabbit hole and you're just curious about a topic and a story. You keep going down, and then you bring detectives and you're talking to guys that were involved, and eventually, like, yeah, no. And I was a kid, 2 days, 3 days, I would say, in high school was like days that I was startled, confused, in pain, hurt. Magic getting AIDS when he came out and did the HIV positive interview.
Yeah.
You know, it was Michael retiring and he's stepping away from the game, and it was Tupac getting killed.
Yeah.
Those 3 days were the days where it's like, you know, as a kid, you follow those stories. And I think, I don't know, a lot of people have Diddy's influence behind Tupac and Biggie, but I'm convinced guys like 50 probably have. I'm convinced the people that have the actual facts and influence on who was behind it, but for whatever reason, they're not coming up.
That's the thing I always said. I was like, listen, if 50 don't like you, there's a reason.
He said that?
Yeah.
I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're going to make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that. He said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping. Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. He told me to take.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, that's a good response. Though.
Yeah, no, here's the
Well, Schultz, someone that made a cameo in that video right there was your guy, Charlemagne. I know you've done a ton of content with him. I think you guys did some content recently when you asked him about the Diddy allegations.
Yeah.
How'd that conversation go with Charlemagne? What are your thoughts on him?
Oh, I mean, Charlemagne's the GOAT, man. Charlemagne's the GOAT. We've been doing Brilliant Idiots, a podcast, for over like 10 years now, maybe 11, 12. I don't even know. But yeah, he's just the man. He's just the man. To be able to like maintain, being at the top is hard. And to maintain your spot at the top for over a decade. Oh, no, even longer. I forget exactly how long Breakfast Club's been doing. And people don't even realize, like, growing up in New York, when we were growing up, it was Hot 97 was
man.
This is all everybody listened to. So he comes in, some guy from fucking South Carolina comes in and goes on the competing network that's not even competing. It would be like, what is the minor league team for the Yankees, the one that plays in Staten Island or whatever?
Nobody even knows.
There's a team there's like the AAA team, whatever. It would be if that team ends up replacing the
Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders,
some shit. Yeah. Whatever.
Like that's literally how much of a leap they made.
It was, and now
what once circulated in hushed backroom conversations is now reverberating across mainstream platforms. For years, claims about Diddy's alleged secret inner circle lingered on the fringe, kept alive by unnamed sources and fragmented accounts that never fully surfaced. Now those quiet theories are growing louder, amplified by podcasters, former insiders, and public voices drawing uneasy parallels to other notorious systems built on influence and control. Nothing has been proven, yet the recurring themes being discussed, power, silence, excess, feel uncomfortably familiar. As public curiosity begins to outrun verified facts, the boundary between serious scrutiny and unchecked speculation becomes increasingly blurred. When rumors step into the spotlight, do they lead us closer to the truth or scatter it even further?
Hey, I had to bring you back, man. The people love you, man. So, it's only right to bring you back. But I want to get right into it, right? Why do you think Diddy hasn't been indicted yet?
Listen here, bro. It's a term in the legal field that you could indict a ham sandwich. But the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right. For those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 1.8. Only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie. She filed a civil suit against him. So it only takes one, in this trafficking charge, it only takes one witness. Now we got other people like Jonathan Odie, who was one of the workers, that he gave a testimony, or he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after him because there's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only trafficking, it's the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bro, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play. And people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? they had all the people that he did business with. That they're going to go through everything that he did with a fine-tooth comb. And when they set that and they get what they call discovery to his lawyers, he either say, I'm going to take the time, because if he go to court with it, 9 times out of 10, he going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. So the reason they haven't did it at this point, it's a lot of paperwork, bro. They got a lot of people working different angles. They got the drug angle. They got the tax angle. They got the, what else? They say the drugs, the tax, and then they got the guns that were found. They got to do a trace on the guns that they were found in the house. And then if you got 250 cameras, there's a lot of footage that them agents got to go through. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. They got a lot of work. What they took, how many years to indict Keefe D? They took a lot of years to indict Keefe D. And now he's sitting in jail. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. And it ain't gonna happen overnight. So I would think that probably in the next...
As Diddy's public narrative continues to fracture, Chris Brown's long-forgotten rejection takes on new meaning. What once seemed like a minor career setback now reads as a quiet warning tucked into a much larger controversy. To some fans, Brown's near association with Bad Boy feels like fate stepping in at the right moment. To others, its resurfacing looks like carefully timed distance from a collapsing empire. Either way, the contrast is impossible to ignore. Diddy facing mounting scrutiny, while Brown finds renewed momentum in an industry where proximity often determines survival. In hindsight, separation may have been Brown's greatest shield. Sometimes, staying afloat isn't about who you align with, but who you never stand.
His name Twan. He's from our neighborhood. He was married to Tanisha Arnold. So the broad played Pam on Martin Lawrence. We went to the party with her. I mean, it was matter of fact, it was a set it off party. Jada Pickett, Biblical Fox, all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was just seemed like Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called his name 6'9". He had the red hair with big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay no more. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something. But I seen it there. Matter of fact, MC Lyte pulled off with Tanisha Arnold. You know what I'm saying? In her brand new 560. Black one. Yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, that's some weird ass shit going on, you know? Yeah.
And what was Tupac doing at the party, yo?
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know how they fucking fell out or nothing like that. They was road dogs, you know what I'm saying? They even got pictures of them. He got on that blue sweater with the turtleneck, him and him hugged up like this with the black hat. Have you ever seen that picture?
Nah, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure I came across it.
Yeah. That picture there, they was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit. That whole fucking, yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or nothing. I mean, none of that shit, but that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That whole party was weirdo out. Yeah, it was Jada Pickett. But
You saying the whole party was weird. What did you see at the party that made it weird? I mean, I'm confused.
You know, out there now.
The incident y'all had with Warren G and Kid Frost. Tell me about that, my man.
Okay, Kid Frost had gave a party at the House of Blues. One of our big homeboys wanted to go with us. See? So he went with us and we said, "Ooh, you gonna just have fun."
in both Miami and Los Angeles. We're not sure about the charges yet.
Right.
But it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Now, Murder, you went in on him. Was it part 3 of the 2023 wrap-up?
Yeah, it was part 2 of the wrap-up.
Oh, my bad. Part 2.
Part two of the wrap-up this year, man.
Okay.
It was part 2.
What do you guys think about what's going on?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I think like people like because we entertainers, we rappers, musicians, actors, we in a position where we're lucky, we're blessed. You know, if you believe in higher power, if you don't, whatever, you blessed.
Definitely do.
Right?
God
So
is
you're
good.
blessed. So I think like outside looking in, you look at P. Diddy, you like, yo, this dude is a billionaire. And then it's like, all right, cool. When you catch a case and you got all the shit going on, people look at you like, yo, you stupid. What the fuck you was doing that for? Wrong or right. If you didn't do it or if you didn't do it, that's what people is going to do because they look at you like, yo, you in a position. Because there's people in the hood that wish they was in a position like you to be an entrepreneur. The same thing as Kanye. Like with the Kanye West niggas ain't been the same since he did all that
Shit
shit.
been left.
But
Shit
he
been
might look at it like, fuck it, I'm Kanye. I could do what I want to do. But at the same time, there's people that look up to you that want to go to the store and purchase your sneakers and want to fuck with you and look up to these dudes. So it's like, you know, that's like a nigga in the hood that catch a stupid case. Niggas like, yo, that nigga was stupid. That nigga was on the block. It was Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, you know, Taz out. It's the same type of shit. So if you got a certain amount of money and people, because there's more people that don't got it that do got it. We agree, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Right?
Definitely.
So people in the hood that don't got it is like, yo, Diddy is stupid. That's what niggas is going to say. Because they wish they was in a position where they was a billionaire. And then you're going to have niggas that side with them, industry niggas that got money with them, and it's going to say whatever they want to say, politically correct. The shit about me and Murder and 50 is we not politically correct. I never had industry friends.
Yeah.
So for me, it's weird to even be friends with rappers. So I don't care. I never got no money with P. Diddy. You got to understand, me meeting P. Diddy, 50, that's the meeting that 50 said, yo, we going to meet P. Diddy just because of the Biggie shit. But I'm
When 50 Cent talks, it's never random, and it's rarely without consequence. His words carry a mix of calculated wit and quiet intimidation. Rather than labeling the moment as mere scandal, 50 recast it as something deeper, a system sustained by fear, loyalty trades, and deliberate silence. His references to more recordings weren't warnings. They were signals of power already in hand. This isn't about chasing attention. It's about challenging the pecking order and pulling back the curtain on how certain figures remain insulated for decades. By doing so, 50 shifts the focus away from individual names and toward the machinery that protects them. And when power is built on secrecy, the real question becomes, what survives once that secrecy starts to fall apart?
Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas. And then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning, gone. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit ass game, people that you love, that you like, it's too many coincidences.
Too many. You.
Honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Mm.
And congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that shit?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. A lot of people are looking at it as like that's the way the new relationship should work.
What, to get paid?
Yeah,
She was
basically.
getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What is going on that 250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like, fuck the fact that he, I'm just saying, the fact that he cut it from 500 to 200. Who the fuck gives a shit? 200K, who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the fuck is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's got to be some dark shit. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K.